Hi, everybody. It's me and little Brady. Welcome to part 2 of our hamstring stretch and flexibility. We're going to be starting right down onto the floor today. But before you get there, you might want to bring your yoga blocks. Not necessary, but they may help. Um, or maybe not. I'm not sure if I need them. Anyways, bring those down. We're going to go right down onto our back. We're going to bring our knees into our chest and give ourselves a little hug. Now we're going to bring our hands on top of our knees, bring the knees away from one another. And then I want you to make big circles. So bring the knees into your chest, bring them away, hover them down towards your feet. The legs go longer. So working on our hip flexibility, hip stretches. Hug it back in, go the other way. So why are we so stressed? Why are our hips so tight? Well, one number of reasons. One reason is poor posture. So I attribute that to a lot of the texting and standing, where we stand on one foot, we lean over, bring your knees back into your chest, give yourself a little hug. All right, let's drop our left foot down on the ground. Right foot's going to cross over that left knee. You're going to use your hand to guide a little bit of space. So you're coming into a figure 4. Bring your arms out to the side. Take a nice big inhale. So we're going to do a few little figure 4 rocks here. So I want you to bring your knee down towards the ground, rock it over, and then lift it back up. Bring your foot towards the ground on the other side. So little rock and rolls. So we talked about posture. Another reason for tight hips could be overuse, right? We sit. We run, we walk. We're always in that same lateral plane, but sitting is the worst, right? Sometimes we don't take the time to do these stretches. Guilty. All right, let's rock one more time. All right. Now, keeping that same ankle over the knee, you're going to lift the left leg up into the air. Right? Not going to grab it. And then you're going to drop the leg down. Lift it back up and drop it back down. So a little rock back and forth. So I'm hugging my knee sideways, but back into my chest as I lift the opposite leg up into the air. Do one more. Bring it down. Now leave that knee up, cross both knees towards each other. So 2 options here. You can grab onto your knees and hug them into your chest, or you can grab your ankles and bring your ankles towards your hip, keeping those knees crossed, so into cow face. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So yes, sitting, sports, cyclists, runners, lots of hips, because we're going in the same plane all the time. Right? So there's overuse, and of course there's underuse, right? Not giving ourselves like the stretches. Another reason for some, hip problems, hip joint problems, tightness is weight. We may have too much body fat, too much extra poundage. So that's going to put a lot of stress on all of our joints. So another reason to be cognizant of what we're putting into our bodies. Let's slide out of that. Bring both feet up. Grab the soles of your feet. Bring your feet away from one another and then bend the knees. So you're moving into happy baby. And try to find a little bit of stillness. I'll get us to rock our baby, don't worry. Another reason why we could have tight hips, is that we're compensating for muscle imbalances. So maybe my quads are really, really tight or really strong, but I have weak glutes. Or maybe my glutes are super strong, but my quads aren't strong. So one part of the body's compensating for the other. All right, let's rock our baby side to side. Now, if you can straighten your legs, I want you to bring, sometimes we take it out to a wide-legged straddle, but from happy baby, straighten your legs towards the ceiling. So still in a very narrow stance. Bend those knees back in. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees. Straighten and bend. One more time. Straighten and bend. We'll let go of the tops of the feet. We're going to bring the left foot down. The right knee is going to come over. So now we're knee to knee. So the right knee is over our left knee. Bring your arms out into a T. Take a nice big inhale and drop both knees over to the left. Now, if they can't get all the way down, I'd like you to be able to keep your shoulder down to the ground. If that's not feasible, bring your block and drop it underneath your knees at that spot where you at least let everything kind of melt and surrender with your shoulders down towards the ground. If it feels good, take your gaze to look over your right fingertips and then just soften. So we are, it's a nice spinal twist for our back, but because our knees are bent in different shapes, we're getting a little bit of a stretch on the side body. Take one more breath here. And slowly bring it up. Uncross your legs, bring your knees back into your chest. And now again, grip the tops of your kneecaps and make some circles. So you're moving the hips away from one another, bring them back in. So making the number 8, making 2 circles, in and out, 2 or 3 one way, go the other way. 2 and 3. Beautiful. Bring your knees back into your chest. We're going to drop the right foot down on the ground. Left ankle is coming across the right knee. And then press in. You're going to do those rocks. So bring the arms to the side. Maybe you want to go cactus arms. So we're going to drop the knees towards the ground. It may or may not get there. Roll back over nice and slowly. Use gravity and slowness to get a little further. Maybe the heel comes down to the ground. Maybe the foot can kiss the earth. Rock it over to the other side. And up. Remember, listen to your body. Nice, slow breaths. One more. Bring it back up. All right, we're going to hug the knees in. That right leg is going to come up towards the sky into a hamstring stretch. You're going to lower it, hug it in, lift the leg, and lower. Hug and up. I'm bending the one knee. You can go straight up and hug, straight down, and hug. One more. And hug. All right, sliding that top leg over top of the knee. So knee to knee, or you can hug it in, or grab the tops of your ankles, keeping your knees together, bringing your heels towards your hips. And breathe. Couple breaths here. Bring your legs back up, uncross. And we're going to go to that happy baby. So uncross both legs, reach up to grab the soles of your feet. Bring your knees down towards your elbows, towards the shoulders, and find some stillness. Want the feet away from one another. Inner stretch here. And slowly bring your feet back down. That left leg is going to come across the right knee. Both knees are bent. Bring your arms into a T. Take a nice big inhale. Drop both knees over to the right. Now, again, we want to go just to the part where the shoulder will still stay connected to the ground, to the earth. And if it doesn't reach, the knees don't reach the ground, we slide the block under to bring the earth a little higher up to us. Let everything soften. And breathe. One more breath. Slowly bring yourself back up. We're going to uncross the knees. Walk your feet to the outside corners of your mat. Drop your knees into one another. Bring the knees back up towards the sky. Walk your feet back in line with your hips. Take your left leg nice and long and bring that right knee into your chest. Now make circles just with that right knee. So it comes across your thigh, down towards the bottom, up and over. So you can exaggerate this. Do a couple one side. Do a couple on the other. Giving back to our hips and our body. Take it over to the other side. So opposite leg long. That knee comes over and then up, out, really opening up that hip bone. Bring it down. You might hear crunch, crunch, clink, clink. And down. One more. And go the other way. And then bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. So roll yourself up into a little ball. Bring your nose towards your knee, your knees towards your nose, and rock up. And know that you are done giving yourself a little bit of a hip stretch. Hips are going to thank you for that.